Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, today I want to give you some points of interest as to where we are going and what is going to be happening throughout the rest of this year, because we are just in the heat of summer and so much is about to unfold. Let me just give you a few things that we need to be concerned about and get mentally prepared for. Now, before I continue on, I always want to remind everyone, sign up for my free newsletter. Go to galacticcenter.org. While you're there, check out my Patreon page. Join our community of spiritual, like-minded people, as well as check out my Galactic Planner, galacticcenter.com. With that, you will get your individual chart calculated and all the transits that hit daily for you delivered to your personal calendar. So that is galacticcenter.com. And don't forget, I'm starting my school this summer, University of Vedic Astrology.com. So what do we need to be aware of coming up here? And I always say, Mars is a trigger. It absolutely is. We have all these long-standing transits that cause big life-changing events, but they go on for months at a time. How do we know when the timing of something really hits? And basically, it's going to be through the transit of Mars, and daily it's through the transit of the moon. But I look at Mars as a focal point. So Mars is going to start really heating things up. Well, while it's in Aries, which will be throughout the month of June, it will be in Aries from June 1st through July 12th. And that's going to be the time that Mars is just getting heated up, because a lot more is about to unfold for the rest of the summer. And then Mars, this year, it's going to go retrograde. And when it does, it stays in a sign for a lot longer. And Mars is the planet of hostility, war, and anger. So as you pretty much can sense, it's getting really angry right now. So around July 12th, this is going to be when Mars and Uranus pretty much align in Taurus. Mars will enter into Taurus July 12th. And it will stay in Taurus. I'm actually looking it up in my trusty ephemeris here. Mars will stay in Taurus till around August 26th. And then it's going to go into Gemini. And so from that point on, around August 26th through, wow, see, it stays in Gemini a lot longer because it's slowing down to go retrograde. It will stay in Gemini till around October 20th. And during this time, it's going to cross over all of the planets, 4 planets in the United States chart. And that means Mars will cross over Mars, Venus, Jupiter, and Sun in the chart for the US. That means things are going to get really heated up for the US. And guess what's coming up? The elections. So Mars will be in Gemini till October 20th. And from that point on, it's going to stay in Cancer. And it's going to turn retrograde on around December 6th and 7th. So what does all that mean? Oh my goodness, Mars is going to be in the 8th house of the United States chart. Let me put this chart up here, just so you can see what in the heck I'm talking about. So here is the chart for the United States. And as you can see, Mars is going to be in Gemini, activating all those planets in Gemini there. and Mars is going to be in Gemini. Once again, let me give you these dates. It's going to enter into Gemini around August 26th. And when it does go into Gemini, August 26th and 27th, it'll be on Mars in the United States, which will rile things up in a big, huge way. We're getting ready for October. What do we always talk about? October in election year, the October surprise, right? Something's coming, something's happening. Plus we have an eclipse that is huge the first week of October. Then we have Mars crossing over all those planets in the 7th house. And by the time it hits the Sun, which represents leadership, kingship, the president usually, it will be around October 3rd through the 5th, that it will be around 22 degrees. Watch something happen. And then we have the eclipse that first week as well. Okay, so then we have Mars go into Cancer, which will be in the 8th house of the United States, which deals with corruption and major transformation, change, and sometimes death. It's a very dark and disturbing house. It deals with a lot of corruption. That's what I'll say for the 8th house. So when Mars goes into Cancer, which will be around October 20th, it will stay there all the way till it goes into Gemini, which will be around January 22nd. Give or take a day, around January 22nd, that's when Mars will go back into Gemini. But Mars will turn retrograde by December 6th and 7th, around 12 degrees of Cancer. And here is the most potent thing of all. Mars will be in the 8th house of the US chart, and it will be hovering around Rahu and crossing over Mercury. During this time, expect a huge breakout of chaos, war, disdain, anger, disruption, because what it's bringing out, corruption. And then Mars will go back over into Gemini, and it will station in Gemini to go direct. And the reason why I say this is because when a planet stations, that degree mark becomes 100 times more powerful. Absolutely beyond a shadow of a doubt. This is a fact. And Mars will station at 22 degrees. Basically, well, the day that it stands completely still will be around February 23rd, 24th, but it will be at 22 degrees from around February 17th, 18th through around the 2nd of March. Look at the United States chart. What sits at 22 degrees? The Sun. And this means attack, anger towards the Sun, which is the leader of the United States. The Sun is the president. So this is what I wanted you to start realizing, where things are going for the United States. It is extreme, and I think it's everything that's been building with this political stuff that has been just so insane. People don't believe anymore. People don't believe in their governments anymore. They don't trust them. And why is that? So people pretty much now believe what they want to believe. They don't care what the truth is. They don't hear the truth. They just believe what they want. And that's because they don't trust their governments, because of all the things that have been transpiring for a long time, even before the COVID virus. It's been really interesting, all the uncovering and the things that's going on. And like I say, okay, all this, for whatever it's worth, happening, what does it equate to? What does it mean? I think what it really means is that there needs to be an uncovering so that we can have a healing, because the truth heals. But please don't go with what you think you believe. Go with what's really happening. The facts, whether you like it or not, the truth is the truth. And that's what heals. And that's where we can move forward and make the world a much better place for future generations. That's what's coming. But in the midst of it all right now, it feels so chaotic and feels so dysfunctional. Even the people that run for political office around the world. It's crazy, isn't it? I guess nobody in their right mind wants to run for political office. Look what they have to go through. But it's really that there's a lot that needs to be exposed, uncovered in order to heal. Because this has gone on way too long. And I guarantee you, yes, there's going to be explosive events, but it is going to be for the betterment. I know it's going to be for the betterment of the world, even though we have to go through this darkness to get to the other side. So bear with me, at least we know the timing of things through astrology. So keep yourself in a place of upliftment and work on yourself spiritually, because this is the only way we can have a major effect on the world. Don't buy into all of the lies and hostility and anger. Find your peace and find that love within your heart, and against all the confusion and difficulty, share it with your love and compassion, and work on yourself spiritually. That's going to make a difference in the world. So with that, I think I'll close. If you would like more information on me, you can always go to galacticcenter.org, sign up for a reading, check out my Patreon, my free newsletter, and don't forget the Galactic Planner. Also go to it, galacticplanner.com. And last but not least, remember, I'm starting my university semester 1 this summer. Become an astrologer. Become my student. Thank you.